Good morning, folks. Just working on the main event here while we wait for David to take a seat.
I'm coming.
We had some excitement early this morning with a couple of gunshots in our neighborhood, and it sounded like it was like 2 houses down. It was nuts.
It was really scary.
You went to sleep, and then the cops came, and it was loud.
They didn't come here, though.
They didn't come here. And then there was a big boom shakalaka a little while later, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? We're all going to hell in a handbasket very quickly.
It's part of our hood.
It is part of our hood. Okay, let me close this out. I think I go into Fosse Book. You want to start up?
Well, Facebook. So you're all watching this right now on Facebook, unless you're watching the tape delay. So the tape delay is actually on YouTube. Hard to find though, not easy to find. So if you're going to look for this broadcast or any of the previous broadcasts, and I think we have plans to put the quarterlies and main videos up if they're still available.
Right. Anything that we go live with, we'll try to download or upload. Download and then upload to YouTube.
Get up, and get down. All right.
With the sickness.
So that is the Mad Poker YouTube page is at, that's a little A dealio, at Mad Poker 2015. All one word, no spaces, at Mad Poker 2015.
Don't get confused, because there's actually another Mad Poker in there. I had no idea.
Yeah, I saw it.
I don't know what they do.
Yep. They get angry.
Maybe.
So that's where you find the secondary broadcasts, because as you know, YouTube takes down these things after about 30 or so days.
No, Facebook does.
I'm sorry, Facebook takes them down.
Yeah.
YouTube's forever. Next up, next weekend is the 4th of July, so we do have cancellations for the 4th of July. I do know that Ponderosa Lounge is not playing.
Yep.
The other ones that aren't going to be playing will be posted on Facebook this week. Games,
Usually we don't have any games on 4th
most
of
of the
July.
time it's no games on 4th of July. But sometimes I get to have special alone time with just you, the audience. Anyhow.
If you thought that was creepy, I also thought that was creepy.
Indeed. So,
Pardon my nose.
anyhow, check out the 4th of July cancellations this week on Facebook. Those things will be announced this week. Also this week, Big Brag standings. So there's just 3 days left in the quarter, and Ms. Marianne has been very, very quickly trying to get everything jammed into poker leaderboards so that you can see what your standings are. Again, if you don't know how to get to your Big Brag standings, you haven't been watching the videos, go on to your mobile device, go to the left-hand side of the madpoker.info, scroll all the way down to the bottom, look for the name of the venue and the letters BB, that stands for Big Brag, that's right.
Good job.
And then click into it, and then scroll to the bottom to see who the top 5 are. Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have everything transferred onto an Excel sheet now, and I'm just waiting to update the last few games through Tuesday night.
Okay.
And then I'll publish everybody, and then
We'll make
what
that
are the rules?
Oh, so for the Big Brag, so if you've qualified in multiple venues for the Big Brag, multiple first place venues, you need to tell Marianne by the end of day on July the 3rd which venue you are going to represent. If you do not tell her, then we will go by alphabetical order, and you will be assigned the venue win at whatever venue comes in first, alphabetically, Alex Bar, Bearcat, Cazadero, blah, blah, blah. That's right. I gave 3 examples, as you know. It's my favorite thing to do.
Also, because I've already been transferring this information into an Excel sheet, I can already see the overlapping. And so it's not just first place, it's first and second, and then when I go, I'm putting in the top 4. And when I go in, I put in the top 4 names. Even those 4 names are already a repeat at other venues for either first or second place. So it might be a bit of a challenge, but we'll just keep going down the list.
Yep, and again,
Until we find somebody.
it goes down the list in numerical order for your finishing position in the big brag. There are no longer, I get to choose who's my substitute.
Right. And then if it comes on the day or even before the day and we just cannot find somebody for your venue for one or both positions, we can take alternates. So if anybody's interested in being an alternate and wants to play, if that happens, just let me know. I've played in, all 3?
I think
I played in all 3 big brags as a last minute replacement. So I didn't want to have nobody representing that second position, so
Yeah,
better to have somebody in there than not.
exactly.
So we're happy to do it. David and I are both happy to sub in. We're there anyway.
We've got a few other subs as well,
but
which is
other
great.
people want to play too.
Yeah.
So just let us know.
You want to do that one?
The quarterly is coming up. It's July 11th at Ponderosa Lounge. Please be there no later than 9:30 if you can. Please count on the fact that there is limited parking spaces available. If you can carpool, Uber, bus, whatever, please do so. There is also parking around the backside of the hotel. It's also limited, and sometimes they close it off, so don't count on it.
Right.
What was the other place somebody found recently? Was it just south of the Pondo parking lot?
Yeah.
I think you can park in that parking lot now too. There's like a, what is it?
It's the hotel or something.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, parking's difficult, so we'd like you to be there by 9:30 if possible. Get your food, get your drinks, get registered, and then wait to get seated, and everything goes much more smoothly. It's very difficult to catch people when they come in after. I keep an eye on the door when we're doing awards.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I see people come in, and that happens, but it's more difficult.
Yeah, we gained a full table last time during the announcements. I just kept looking up as I was talking and seeing the next person walk in, the next person walk in. So,
And then they wanted a seat while we're doing awards.
I'm
and
like,
I'm
dude.
like, just a minute. We'll be right with you.
Again, though, that is, show up early. Show up, we don't want you there before 8:30, but you can go on over into the, not into the bar itself, but over into the restaurant and have a great omelet, a big omelet, over at the Ponderosa. It's gigantically large. And you can have a cup of coffee. Oh, wait. You can have a cup of coffee while there.
What mug are you using today?
So this...
What mug are you using today, David?
This is the Donut Day, National Donut Day coffee mug from Death Wish. You can see it's got little sprinkles on it. And I was feeling a little donut-y today.
Yeah, you were.
Get it?
You always are. By the way, I have the live up now, so if you've got comments to make, please do so, and I will see them delayed, but I will see them.
Yep. Main event. Main event. You have exactly 3 stunning days left to accumulate points for the main event. That main event is on Sunday, August the 2nd, over at the Moose Lodge here in
65th and Halsey.
65th? Yeah. If you don't know where that is, you haven't been going to the Friday night games there. We had 96? 96 players playing on Friday night.
90 lots team.
It's a whole bunch of folks. So go on out there on any Friday night that you want, and definitely be there for the main event on August the 2nd.
This just in, it's Steve Price's birthday today, so happy birthday, Steve.
Happy birthday,
Steve
Steve.
plays at M&M in Gresham almost exclusively.
Right on.
Yeah, so happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Other poker news. Team Famous on Poker Bros. Juan Magana, he hosts the weekly Mad Freeze games there, Sundays at 10 a.m. If you're not on Poker Bros, you can reach on out to us, and we'll get you hooked up with how to get onto that. I was helping Christoph Friday night.
Nice.
Yeah, when you're there on the Mad Freeze, you can win chips to play in additional tournaments. Juan does have satellites every day at 6 o'clock for this huge 50 chip summer fun tournament. It's a 5 chip satty at 6 o'clock. It's no limit hold'em. There are rebuys. There's add-ons. It's a whole thing.
It's a whole thing. And today, when I put up the post about reminding you about the Mad Freeze that starts at 10 o'clock in 45 minutes, I did put up the image of the Team Famous room. So when you go to this, click on it and enlarge it, and you can see up at the top, it has an ID number up there, and that's what you're going to need to get into that room and get registered for that.
No need for a the second line
Agent
down
number,
there. Yeah, agent
like
number
that.
or reference number.
Reference number. Just ignore that. But fill in your player name and then put in your real name. Send that information to David or myself along with your phone number and a good email address. And we will give that over to Juan to get you accepted into the room. It's a 2-step process.
Yep, and it's all manual.
And it's not immediate.
Yeah, so you do that at 2 o'clock in the morning, and nobody's going to help you.
Right.
But anyhow, thanks again, Juan, for running Team Famous. And moving on. Accidents. Accidents happen. Accidents happen at the games. So if you do happen to experience an accident at one of the venues, in the venue, or in the parking lot, please first let the venue know that something happened. And then second, let the director know that something happened. That way we can partner with the bar, make sure that we can help them put together something to prevent those accidents from happening a second time, whether it's a loose stone or a weird parking situation, whatever it is.
Right, so we'd like to shout out to Lydell Ross for helping Amber Slider this week outside of the Gators Pub game where Amber took a fall.
Yeah, and there was somebody else that helped Lydell as well, but we don't know who that was because Lydell drove Amber to the hospital, and then this other person drove their car to make sure that Lydell didn't get stranded. So whoever random player number 2 is, thank you, good job. Appreciate you helping out Amber.
We appreciate you.
Next on the list here, we've got something that I don't know what it's about, but you had 1 person to a hand written on our notes.
Oh. Right.
I have no idea.
So this was kind of a unique situation. We had a young player come in and play at one of our west side venues, and they had someone who was sitting to their left or right, and when they were in the hand, they would help them. So they would, they really didn't know how to play, and so they were like, yes or no, or whatever the situation is. And while we encourage you to bring your younger players and teach them how to play the game, the best way to do that is, number 1, at home first.
Please do.
Get them prepared for what are blinds and when you need to put them out, what the top maybe 5 hands are, because if you're brand new and you're young, they shouldn't be playing anything really other than the top 5.
Yeah, they should be playing
top 3.
Yeah, maybe
something like that.
Yeah, pairs 7s and bigger, and any 2 face cards, and everything else. Teach your young kids to play tight. Playing tight is right, especially for newer players.
Right, and so what I said to the concerned person was that the parent or other person
Guardian,
can
whatever.
talk to them after the fold and say, this is what I would have done, blah, 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 but of course encourage them to continue to play and not feel uncomfortable. But no, during the hand, you cannot help them make a decision.
Right.
I've also seen a couple of things at our games where friends may be playing next to one another and they show each other the cards, and one of them's like, no, no, I know you're friends and I know you're just having fun, but a lot of people take it super serious.
Yeah.
And that's a big no-no.
So please, one person to a hand.
Yeah.
Next up, we had a person question, what is a muck? So, a muck, by the strictest definition, a muck is when you have your cards and you release them towards the pot in a folding fashion. So, crossing over a line in towards the muck pile or towards the chip pile, that's a muck. But I don't think that's what the question really meant when somebody asked.
No.
They were asking more to the fact of, can a card or cards be pulled back out of the muck and be returned to the player? So there are specific situations where it makes sense for the fairness of the game, for the spirit of the game. For instance, let's say that Marianne is the small blind and I'm the big blind. She makes a call and I stare down at this wonderful 3-7 hand, and I'm a new player. It's not David Foster, the guy who's played this game a few times. This is Joe Foster, or Joe Mama, who's played Mad Poker twice, and looks and goes, oh. The dealer has the ability to say, dude, you're in the big blind, you don't have any action, all you have to do is check. And if those cards were released and they are clearly visible, clearly known which one of these, which cards are theirs, those cards can be given back. Now, given back with a warning, dude, you've just folded, but we know what it is, and there's no raise coming to you, so you can have them back to see the flop. But don't do it again, because I'm going to take them next time.
Okay, but what if you're in a live tournament at a card room?
So, live tournament in the card room. If you are dumping your hand and you are making that move, and I would assume that the tournament director is going to say, yeah, that's definitely a muck, even if they are visible, because you are responsible for protecting your hand.
Right. In that situation, unlike Mad Poker, the dealer is not going to say, you're in the big blind, take those cards back. They're just going to take the cards back.
Yep, they're going to say thank you very much.
Yep.
Now, there are times, have been times, and a very famous one with, what was her name? Is it Giselle? There's a French lady who was all in, sitting in seat 9. So seat 9 is this seat, if I'm the dealer. And she looked at her pocket aces, placed them in front of her, went all in, and as the dealer scooped the chips, then they came in and scooped her hand and shoved it into the muck pile. Now, they had shoved it into the muck pile. She called for a timeout, called the tournament director over, and the tournament director said, well, which one are yours? And she pointed at 2 cards, and he pulled those 2 cards up, and they were not the 2 cards that she said were hers, and they ruled her all in as out, and the hand was folded. I believe they gave back some of the chip. No, they took it all. So she was out of the tournament. So anyhow, protect your hand. What's a muck? What's not a muck? And that's what I know about that.
I'd like to add to that.
Please
do. The tournament director came over and said, too bad you didn't protect your cards, hands mucked. She was upset. Of course she was. She was all in for a tournament life. She had pocket aces. Oh my God, I would be so upset. However, because of that situation, that is what instituted the rule, the muck rule, about being able to identify and pull those cards out. And that is why we have that rule now with Robert's Rules.
Yeah, it's also a really good segue to having a card protector. You know, cap your cards. Don't use just your chip, because if you're all in, you don't have any chip to put on your cards to protect. Put one of your wonderful Mad Poker coins available on madpoker.com.
And if you're like me, I hate using coins.
She does.
I'm not superstitious at all, but I think it's unlucky to put a coin or something on top.
I'm not superstitious
so I put
at
my
all.
finger on it.
I'm not superstitious at all, but I think it's unlucky.
So I put my finger on it or my hand, and I just cover it partially or whatever.
Yeah. Protect your hand.
If I'm next to the dealer, which is, I hate that position.
The 9-hole is so
I
bad.
hate it. 1 or 9, I hate it. Anyway, I almost always will grab a chip off my stack and put it on there just for safety's sake, but I hate it.
Yeah.
All right.
Moving on. We had a player ask about what is this 1-2 all the way through that they are hearing about over at Joe's, and where else is 1-2 all the way through being played?
Any DeAndre game
Oh yeah, over at Pips.
and any former DeAndre game.
So the
Oh,
1-2 all the way through. So this is a variation on No Limit Hold'em. It's taking No Limit Tournament Hold'em and taking a cash game 1-2 tournament, or cash game and a tournament, and blending them together and creating a bastard stepchild, which is a wonderful thing.
So we call these special games. Do not get upset about it. It is just another fun, unique way to run a game. You're not going to see it anywhere else. You
Right.
can see 1-2 all the way through on a 1-2 table cash
Right.
in a card room. So we'll prepare you for that feeling. It's really great.
So what
has
it
had
really is-
positive responses.
Yeah. So for the first hour, everyone starts with your normal tournament chip stacks, your 10,000, 15,000. You're getting your green chips for your beverages and whatnot. But the blinds, your blinds never change for the first hour. It's 100, 200 for the entire hour.
Imagine that.
So yeah, lots of play.
Yep.
Then after break, the 100s and 500 chips are chipped up, and you play 1,000, 2,000 for the next hour.
1-2.
And then after that, the 1,000 chips and the 5,000 chips get taken. Maybe it's just the 1,000 chips get taken away.
No, it goes all the way to.
Oh, and the 5,000 go away. And then you're playing 10,000, 20,000 to the end of the tournament. 1-2, 1-2, 1-2.
All the way through.
All the way through. And DeAndre came up with that one, so it's a great thing. I love our STDs.
So uniquely, at the end of that tournament, if there is no winner by 3 hours, at the end of that third hour, the one who has the most chips wins, and then down from there.
But it's
So
never
I
gotten
see
to
it.
that.
I don't know that it's never gotten to that, but I know that it is most
It's
common
rare.
for it to not get to that. So there's usually a resolve.
Here we go.
Super fun, but there was one additional question on
Yeah,
that.
go ahead.
And that is, what is the starting stack at a 1-2 all the way through if you come in late? I spoke to the director who created this, DeAndre Robinson, and he said the following. If you come in late within that first hour, of course, you can't get in after that, right?
Sure.
They ask the dealer at the table, which that player is going to go sit, how many orbits has that button made? And then he removes 300, 100, 200, right, for the blinds,
Right?
times however many times the orbit has happened.
That's if they didn't have a dead stack going.
Correct. He says he has a dead stack going to start with, but say that dead stack gets filled before somebody comes in, and now, we have table 9 or something like that.
Right.
That's the way that they do that,
Here we go.
right?
Perfect.
Just real quick, Sean Besso says, use a card cover. And then JJ Moss said, I had a player yesterday at Ria's that had their cards over the line toward the muck with no card protector. I kept giving warnings. As a dealer, how many times should I give warnings to this certain player until I start mucking his cards? Forever.
Yeah.
You do not muck their cards, period. If you're a dealer in this league, you ask them, did you fold? Because sometimes I get confused. It's a little close to, did you fold?
Yeah.
And leave it there. If you're that concerned, JJ, and you're close enough and you have a spare card marker, put it over their cards.
And help them.
Yeah.
Always
them
help.
out,
That's
right?
what
Don't
we're
get
here
upset.
about. Don't get upset. Don't
No.
grab the director and say, dude, come on, help him out.
Yeah.
Give this guy or this gal a card protector if you don't have one, just so they've got it, so they can get into the rhythm of it.
Mm-hmm.
Even if they're not a newer player, let's just be respectful of each other and give them as much grace as humanly possible.
Yep.
Fair?
No.
That was the cat.
That's what Fred said.
Last week we talked about Joe Navarro Micro Expressions book. The name of that book is Read M, apostrophe E-M, and Reap, R-E-A-P. It's co-written with Phil Hellmuth. And that book is currently either in the garage or out on loan, but we did have a couple other books.
I think it got loaned out and never came back.
If you have one of my books, please give it back.
Yes. Those went out.
But we got some
about
books.
3 years ago.
So I'm going to do this one last. Go for it.
Go for it.
One cool book that we recommend is a book called Deal 'em In. This is an inspirational page-turner about the world's most powerful poker players and their, I can't read that any further.
Hardscrabble journeys from the backgammon games of the Manhattan taverns of Wisconsin. Blah, blah, blah.
So it's got a bunch of cool stories, pictures, and whatnot of some of the old school super famous folks. Everyone from Doyle and Johnny Chan, Peter Estegate, Tom Dwan, Lane Flack, Phil Ivey, Scotty, all of the cool ones. It's a really good read, quite enjoyable. Not much about, oh wait, this one's signed.
Nice.
Oh, this one's signed by local legend Brandon Cantu.
Right,
So-
Vancouver, Washington.
Yeah, so check this out. It's a really good read. It's not a strategy book. It's not a how-to book. It's just who these folks are and what their poker journeys were.
Wow, simmer down, cat. Next is The Perfect Range by Tyler Knowles. We got to know Tyler a little bit, 2-3 years ago?
Yep.
He arranged it so he was in Vegas at the same time our group was in Vegas. We all met at the Westgate. We played a 1-2 with him and his buddy or buddies.
Mm-hmm.
They came in and we just chatted each other up. But,
He was taking notes.
yeah, he was taking notes. He
Adding-
mentioned us in his blog.
Yeah, adding us to some of his thoughts and ideas.
The back of this book says the ideal low-limit poker guide for players that are seeking basic information to improve their game, as well as some entertainment along the way. This book isn't written for the poker elite, it's written for the masses. So this book came recommended to us by Robin Grimm.
Yeah.
She friended him first online, and then, of course, we got to know him. A bunch of our players have read this already. If you haven't, look it up. This is a spare copy we have too, so if you want to take a look at this, you can check it out of our library, but bring it back.
Please bring it back.
Okay.
Okay, you can go with the big book.
Super System by Doyle Brunson.
The Bible.
The original. I tried to get through this thing, and it is like War and Peace for me. It's very dry, but if you treat it like a high school or a college book and study it, don't read it, study it, take a highlighter, highlight the things that are important to you, something you want to add to your game. But these are the basic strategies before all these young kids came in and kind of flipped the poker world upside down.
Yeah, this was written before
Change strategy.
before GTO Wizard came about.
Right.
Before all of the online cool ways to figure out how to do things, AI, all that junk. This was done by the man, and he just sat down with cards and dealt thousands upon thousands of hands to imaginary people to see what those cards were, to find out what the frequency is, to have pocket aces be dealt to have ace jack be dealt to you. And then he ran out boards to see which hands statistically beat each other from a perspective of what position, all these things, and we're going to talk about that a little bit. Anyhow, the Bible. It is the best doggone read. It's not just Hold'em, too. He has, Doyle had a bunch of co-writers with this, writing on everything from Raz to, I think Badoogie and Badusi are in there, Omaha, Limit, the whole shebang. It's an amazing book, and no, you can't borrow this one. You have to go get you must get it yourself.
You can buy used books online on Amazon for half the price or less.
Or keep it even local, because they've always got copies of this over at Powell's.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Copyright 1978, so if that gives you an idea how old this thing is. I wonder if he saw the pattern of Jack 7-4, King 3, or paired board.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I think it's in like page 702.
I don't think so.
It's a big
How many
book.
pages are there?
It's over 600.
You think so?
Yeah.
What's the over-under on the 600?
7. The number's right up here.
Oh,
at the
there
top.
we go. Gotta
Oh, wait,
be
wait,
smarter.
wait.
595.
Come on. Get 597.
I don't know.
601.
I feel like the
Win!
table of contents don't count. Anyway, so on page 606,
Yes.
it's just not in here yet, but Jack 7-4, King 3, or
Pairs
the
board.
board pairs with like a Jack 7 or 4 comes up more often than I can count.
It's true.
Yes. So anyway, keep that in mind when you're playing Jack 7.
Finally, last book we're going to talk about. This is a book called Zen and the Art of Poker. And you can see that it has been well read by me. I probably go back to this book, once every year or so.
Oh!
Because there's always money.
Money! Money!
I use the money as a reminder, and it's actually here. So I saved this for poker rule number 56. I totally didn't plan this, but I remember reading and putting this in there to remember.
Who has the over-under on whether he planned that or not? All right, come on.
Completely unplanned.
All right.
Poker rule number 56. Resist your first impulse. You may notice by observing yourself that if you get a good hand, you tend to reach for your chips a little quicker than at other times. It's never a bad idea to resist your first impulse in poker. So that is...
And live.
In life. But that plays right into what we were talking about last week with Joe Navarro's Book of Tells. And people immediately going to their chips or looking at their chips when they've got a good hand. So, yeah. Anyhow, I read that book all the time. It's a great book. Moving on.
It's a great book. The coolest thing about that book is that, like I just said, yeah, and in life too. All of those.
Yeah, it is not just about poker. It's a really good life booker. Don't fall into the now trap. Regard patience as a center pillar of your game and life. Keep plugging away. Expect nothing. It's really, really it's not a poker book. It's a life book with poker in it.
Yeah.
It's cool.
It's cool. And I think it's the book that Professor Pazzo is reading on that very
It is.
cool teacher-themed.
For one of the first
Pazzo.
responders, yeah.
Yep, exactly. Yep. Sean Bessa says, great book, multiple games study too, and that's the super system.
Indeed. Let's talk about waste. Not mine.
Oh boy.
Not my waste.
Okay.
We'll talk about other waste.
Okay.
Waste at the bar. So we had one of our directors wanted to remind players that the free refills on coffee and soda are great, but you don't have to get a full refill. You can order half refills or quarter refills because at the end of the night, while they're doing the cleanup, they're noticing an exorbitant.
Say abdomen.
Don't be.
Say aluminum.
Don't do it. So a buttload of glasses that were pretty doggone full. So they wanted to remind you that those free refills, although they're free for you, they're not free for the bar. So you can order half refills and not waste valuable resources of the bar.
Yeah, if you know it's close to the end of the game, but you still want some soda, yeah, just ask for a little bit.
Yeah, get a half.
Yeah.
Brings us to timing of purchases.
Mm-hmm.
So, timing of purchases. We want you to purchase stuff at the bars. Bars want you to purchase stuff at the bars. But make the pro play. Okay? Everybody at the end of the 500, 1,000 gets up and runs on off to do whatever they want to do, whether it's jump on the video machines or hit the restroom or go on out and vape and have a cigarette. And nobody goes directly to the bar at the break. Everybody waits until they've done their stuff, and then right before the game starts, they make a mad rush to the bar, and the line gets 10, 12 people deep, right at the beginning of the next level of play. Make the pro play. Get your soda or your food order or your drink order in at the beginning of your break, not at the end. 5 minutes is not going to make your beer warm.
And something else that I like to do, especially at Ponderosa, when I know that, like, say there's 5 minutes left until break, I run up, I place an order, and they're so fast there anyway.
Oh, yeah.
So by the time the break comes, food's here, time to eat, and then we can do our chip ups
It's
or
pro
whatever.
play.
Yeah, it's a pro play. Clint Laurie says, "Hi, friends." Hello, friend.
Hello, Tiki Bob.
Welcome in.
Oh, by the way, thanks for taking all of my chips last night on Poker Bros. Yeah, he
Oh my God.
took all my
Don't
chips.
do that, Tiki Bob.
He flopped us straight when I flopped top. And like a complete idiot, I ran 3, bam, 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 fired at him 3 bullets.
Look at me. I can bet 3 times big.
Oh yeah, and Clint just said, okay, call.
We have to do a special mention for Clint Bob's new poker room setup that's
Oh dude.
underway. But we have a question for you. The little lights that are on the 2 sections,
Are those actually built into the table?
and are you going to deal around them, over them,
It's like playing bumper pool.
on top of them? Yeah.
It is playing bumper
Bing,
pool.
bing, 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 bing.
I'm going to deal to seat
So-
7. Bink. Goes over to seat 2.
So what are you doing with that?
Yeah.
And chairs, we could help you with chairs if you need a source.
But they're just knockdown chairs. With the way that his room looks, he's going to want to have some really nice, like, air-on chairs.
I don't know. What do you want, Clint Bob?
Whatever you want. Anyhow,
Home Depot, he says.
Home Depot.
Home Depot, where you get your Lipic.
That's where I get my Lipic. So timing of purchases, blah, blah, blah.
Yada, yada, yada.
This is a good one. I'll read the question, and you can start with your answers, and then I'll jump in on that. How's that sound?
Okay, bossy buddy. Do it.
From Terangelic. Pre-flop raising is a standard practice in No Limit Hold'em. I see a lot of players getting a sour taste in their mouths, or actually getting angry over the basic pre-flop raise. Please discuss.
Am I supposed to read these bullet
No,
points?
these
Okay.
are neither.
Well,
my
I would like
reminders.
to say, tough luck.
Sorry you didn't like the raise.
I mean, you have to get more. If you don't like to raise, you like to limp all the time. Limp fold. People in this league are really starting to become stronger players, and stronger players know that you should be. If you're willing to come into a pot, you should be willing to raise that pot. If you're willing to come into a pot and someone raises you, why weren't you raising first? If they re-raise you, you have probably a better understanding of what cards they might have. I don't know, just a thought. Anyway, don't get mad at people for raising.
Yeah.
I mean, come on now.
You're supposed to do it.
You're supposed to do it. There's times for, like, if you want to kind of limp trap, if you're like set mining or something.
Sure.
You got pocket 4s, you just want to see a flop, see if you can do that. Sure, or whatever. We're not saying you need to raise every hand, but certainly, oh my gosh, it's part of the game. You got to raise.
Yeah.
And if you ever go to WSOP, you're never, ever limping and seeing a flop.
There was not a single hand that wasn't pre-flop raised in every tournament that I played this past year.
Yeah.
So.
Even small against big, if the small isn't raising you out of that hand, what are you doing?
Right.
Right.
And so then I've got some notes and some charts to talk about.
All right, charts.
So pre-flop raising, it's supposed to happen. Why? What does it do? What it does is it establishes an image for you. B, it establishes what hands are potentially playing against you. If I limp with pocket aces, I expect 7 people to call. And those 7 people could have whatever hands. They could have deuce 7. They could have 3-4. They could have king king. I don't know. I haven't gotten any information by limping. Now, if I raise 3x or 4x, there are going to be hands that won't play for 3x, 4x. Your 2 7s are going to fold. Your 7/8 might be playing. Your pocket pairs will probably be playing. Your 2 face cards will probably be playing. Now there are over, what is it? Is it 212 pocket pairs? There's like 1,096, I think that's the number, 1,096 different combinations of hands that could be in people's hands. And if I have to choose and make decisions based on 1,000 different hands, that's a lot worse than raising and only having 100 different hands to think about. There are websites that have these things called pre-flop raising charts. I just jumped on the internet real quick before we came in here and went over to Upswing. Upswing Poker has a 17-page explanation
Oh boy.
about raise in first. So raise in first is you're the first person to enter the pot. What should you do? What hands should you do according to the math and the GTO wizards?
Right under the gun.
So under the gun, everything in red is something that you should be raising. Everything in blue is something that you should be either limping or folding, most likely folding. There are only 24 hands that an under the gun, that's the first person to act position, under the gun should be raising with. Only 24 hands according to math. Now, if you happen to be the under the gun +2, so that's third person to act, you can see that there are 30 different hands that you should be raising with mathematically to be most profitable in poker. And then that exact same thing if you happen to be the button and everyone has folded to you. There are 85 different hands that you should be raising with. It's the exact same idea, folks. A hand is a hand is a hand, but it's not a hand. Because hand position matters. Again, under the gun, you've only got these 24. The under the gun +2, there are 30 different raising hands. And then the button, 85 different raising hands. We're not saying do it. We're not saying be the robot and only play the way that the math says to play. But we are saying when you see people doing it, don't get upset. It's not personal. They're not picking on you.
It's strategery.
It's strategery. It's on my big blind. I don't care whose big blind it is. If I'm supposed to raise and I've studied the charts and I'm following GTO poker, I'm going to raise. Period. End of discussion. Simple.
Yeah.
Thank you, Taryn, for that subject matter. It was awesome. Really something I like to talk about. Position, raising, hands, things like that. I can talk for hours. In fact, it feels like I did.
Do a whole series on it.
Yeah, we could. DeAndre wanted to know, what is your favorite poker variant, excluding No Limit Hold'em and Omaha? One of my favorites is 3-card cat. Get out of here, Fred.
Oh.
So, actually, favorite variants. So I wrote down 3 that sometimes I enjoy playing. Double board bomb pot. That's a fun game to play. That's where you're playing Hold'em. Yeah, sometimes Hold'em, sometimes 5-card PLO, whatever.
5-2-2.
Yeah, but double board bomb pot. Everybody antes, and you get to see 2 boards, and then you play for in the No Limit Hold'em version, the highest hand on board 1 and the highest hand on board 2, and then betting happens like normal.
Or they do highest high, lowest low.
Yeah, that's what you're doing your 5-2-2 games, where you get 5 cards and you have to play it as Omaha 5-card. You can only play 2 in your hand. Blah blah blah.
Must play 2.
Must play 2.
Right.
But in the comments, put it in there. DeAndre wants to know what your favorite games are other than Hold'em and Omaha. Do you have any favorite games other than those 2?
Really, those are my favorite too. I love the 5-2-2 bomb pots.
Okay. What do you like about them?
I like it's a completely different feel than a standard like Omaha. It's black and white when it's one board. When it's two boards, you may be switching from board to board on, well, now I'm playing this one for the low and I'm playing that one for the high, or, you know, whatever. And of course, every street makes difference, right? I just like that. I think it's fun. And I like the fact that you're, you know, it's bomb pot. So you're forced into the pot. It gives you more reason to stay into the pot.
Big pots.
But, yeah, Clint Bob likes the bomb pots too, yeah.
From a personal level on my end, I'm a stud 8 guy. That's what I grew up playing. Stud
Tell
8.
me about it, stud.
If you haven't played Stud 8, I would love to invite you and 6 of your friends over to play Stud 8 with me for cash. It'd be great. Stud 8 is a very simple game. It is a 7-card game where each person gets dealt 7 cards. Stud 8 is a high-low split game, and it's the best high hand and best low hand. It's one of those lost arts. People don't play fixed limit games any longer. Everybody's playing these no limits or pot limits, and these fixed limit games really play deep into what I played for the first 30 years of my poker career. And I like them. I like them a lot. When we were in Vegas, we got to play one fixed limit tournament. I was able to hold a blind and a half and play that for an hour and a half with just strategic knowledge of watching how people play, knowing what they would and wouldn't call, and knowing that placing these bets after seeing how tight I was playing, that people were folding really good hands. They were still lesser than mine, but they're still. Anyhow, fixed limit. I'm done. Sorry. Fixed limit, fixed limit, fixed limit. I really love fixed limit. And that runs out of the end of my notes. What else do we have to talk about today?
The comments, really, they're just talking about limpin is pimpin, and Clint Bob loves the bomb pots. Dave Gerhard loves the study issue.
Excellent.
Yeah. I think DeAndre is looking for maybe some inspiration for his Monday Wheel of Doom and or the STD tournaments for the future. So if you have thoughts and feelings about it, make comments or reach out to DeAndre. DeAndre's favorite is Dramaha and 2-7. Dramaha 2-7.
Yeah, Deuce 7 triple draw. Fun game.
I just lost my train of thought on that. On the Wheel of Doom and the STD.
Sorry.
Yeah. Anyway, it's gone.
That happens.
So yeah. So let him know. Let us know, and we'll try to drop those in. Oh, I do remember. So Taryn and Robin Grimm had mentioned that they would love to see a horse tournament.
Oh.
So horse or maybe a torse tournament.
Or hose.
Something like that. Upcoming. I don't know.
So that would be Hold'em, Omaha, Raz, Stud, and Stud 8. That's your typical 5, if memory serves. Torse is something that Alan Kessler likes to run.
He made it up.
Yeah.
It's his baby.
So there you go.
Yeah.
Then there's Hose, and Hold'em, Omaha, Stud, and Stud 8. Taking the Raz out. There's lots of different variants. But that would be really fun to play. We'd have to have, though, enough dealers that knew how to deal each one of those games, and were dedicated to stay and continue to deal their table until their table got broke if they happened to lose all their chips. So a couple of different logistical things that we'd have to secure with the players.
That's 100% the biggest issue is having someone who knows how to deal. Just like with Omaha, I mean, I think we would love to have a couple of dedicated Omaha all the way through, not half game.
We got
venues.
one.
The Omaha Sunday.
Yeah, the Sunday Omaha.
You could play Omaha Sunday at the Headliners Club, or you could play Hold'em at the same time, same venue. If you bust out of one, you can go over play the other one.
Let's go play Omaha today.
Be kind of fun. We have a lot of main event work to still do. He keeps trying to distract me from doing all of these things I need to do, and they take a lot of time.
It was 5:55 this morning,
5:55.
and I looked at my phone when I woke up, and there were like 5 messages from Marianne already about, gotta do this, gotta do this, gotta...
Those are reminders to myself, though.
Well, one of them was for me, find the book. And I couldn't find the book. Anyhow.
Anyway, Taurus is on the STD list.
Nice!
Sweet. I wonder if on an STD list, if Taurus stands for something else altogether.
Oh dear God.
Let's figure that out together.
No. I think that's the way to end it.
I think it all starts with 1 cup.
No, it starts with one thing. You don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. You should keep that in mind. I remind myself. Not going to sing with me?
No.
You suck.
Goodbye, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Check us out on YouTube.
Oh
If
yeah.
you want to rewatch this.
At MadPoker2015.
Thank you.
Bye.